So I teach mechatronics here at the CAS, and we primarily focus on things like manufacturing, automation, robotics, electrical systems, things like that. We offer 4 courses, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in our first mechatronics, we introduce the kids to basic electrical circuitry. We'll build, switches that turn on LEDs and little alarms and things like that. From there, we will have them build and program robots. In the second mechatronics, we'll do things that revolve more around manufacturing, like 3D printing, and then systems that we can program to move things like little motors and sensors like Arduino and other PLCs. In the third mechatronics, we do hydraulics and pneumatics, and we focus on mostly motion through cylinders firing rather than motors. And then in the fourth one, we do a lot more robotic stuff, more industrial robotics. One of the cool parts about this facility when they built it was they outfitted us with a lot of industrial sized equipment, specifically our KUKA robot. That's an industrial robot that is used, if you've ever seen video of Tesla building vehicles on a line, the big arms that are grabbing that car and moving it around, those are that type of robot. KUKA is also used in Boeing to move airplanes around their hangars, and it's a big system. And so this facility has allowed students to be able to have access to equipment like that, where they can learn how to use things that are actually used in industry. So when they go to apply for jobs like that, they already have a leg up on it.
The skills I've learned in the CAS has already really served me and career-wise, because late last year, I was informed of a summer internship at Boeing that they offer to kids at career schools. And so I applied for that, and because of all my experience with the robotics team and mechatronics and all the engineering classes I've taken, they accepted me. It was like 24 out of 200 kids that applied were accepted, so I was very happy to be there. And so just having these resources in your back pocket has already served me, and I know will continue to serve me, because this professional training is something that most kids don't get the opportunity to get. So just having that is already extremely useful and will always be extremely useful.
The community in this class is really strong. Like a lot of these classes, you can just ask help from your other classmates. They'll help you a lot.
I remember last year, I had a project that I needed help on, and I had another student, he was working on another project. It was a whack-a-mole machine, and I asked him for programming help, and he was able to give me advice and everything. He showed me how to wire up my machine and everything. So yeah, like he said, a very strong community in this class. I don't think a lot of people really feel intimidated while working inside these classes.
We take everybody at any level. A little bit of math is helpful to know ahead of time, but we teach them everything they need to know right from the beginning. So any kid can take this program. They don't need to have a background in anything to sign up, especially if they come in as freshmen, which are great because we can have them for 4 years. I think it targets a group of students that are normally, or at least when I was growing up, were maybe overlooked. Back when I grew up, the VOTEC school was like where you put the kids that were the discipline problems. And now the VOTEC kids are the kids that are making all the money when they graduate, and they're being very successful. So I think it's servicing a group of kids that are normally not necessarily on a 4-year track to universities, but are still looking to be gainfully employed.